like all the time I think about how they were just memorizing poems and shit. I don't know, all of the Little Women, they were just kind of reciting poetry and like entire books of the Bible. I mean, granted, there were like 5 books back then. And like, that's all they had for entertainment. You know, I am one of those people who firmly believes that if I lived in like Shakespeare's time, I would be better than him. Welcome back to What the Heck with Matt Bellassai, a podcast about what the heck is going on, what the heck is happening, and all the things that make me say, what the heck? There is a faint fall crispness to the air that I am very much enjoying. Thank G, the summer is coming to a close. It's been a good summer, I would say. Overall, I would say it's a good summer. Yeah. I had a kind of moment. My mental illness of the week is that I'm convinced my water is killing me. Yeah, no, I would say kind of like every week I pick a new thing that I think is kind of killing me. And this week, it's because my building, which I'm not happy with because they're raising my rent by a pretty upsetting amount. And I'm actually like pretty pissed about it. I think it's because I think it was rent stabilized and the like rent stabilizing thing like finally expired. And so now they're like, guess what? We can jack up your shit. And I'm like, kind of have no choice but to resign. We'll see. But anyway, they replaced, I mean, yeah, the elevator's always broken, all of the shit that I talk about. But then they're always doing maintenance on the water tank, which I don't like. What do you mean? You have to fix it like every 6 months? What's wrong with it? They're not saying that in the email about how they're shutting off our water for like 8 hours. And yeah, they're doing it during work hours, but some of us don't have real jobs and rely on water from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then when they turn it back on, so they turn off the water because they're doing water tank maintenance. And then when they turn it back on, the water is like cloudy and weird for several hours. Also, sometimes when I take a shower and it gets too hot, it makes my skin itchy. What's that about?
You burning yourself. That's called a burn.
No, it's a very specific thing that I've like thought about and kind of looked up is like why is like warmer water makes my skin itchy. And I think it's just like my like nerves kind of reacting to the water.
Extreme heat.
But it's not even that hot. It's weird. It's like it makes me itchy.
Yeah, but it's too hot.
But hot makes you itchy?
Hot makes you burn, which makes you itchy.
Yeah. Burn makes you itchy?
Yeah.
Burn doesn't usually make me itchy. Like healing sunburn, yeah, that's kind of itchy. But like hot water itchy? I don't get... My hands when they're under hot water don't get itchy. I don't know. Something is going on. Something is going on with the water, and it's definitely not a mental illness of mine. It's definitely like the building, and they're charging me more money for it, and I don't like that. It's too much weird shit, but I'm like in too deep, and that's the thing. It's like, I don't want to move all my shit. Also, my lease is up in like a week, and I haven't... Also, they're like mad at me because I haven't signed it yet and are saying like, you have to sign it. If it lapses, like we have to get lawyers involved. And it's mostly because I just kind of forgot. Anyway, the point is the water is freaking me out. And that happened to have coincided with my lease renewal coming up. But yeah, no.
Maybe this is a good time to, tell people like, share the show.
Right. Yeah, I don't really know if like the desperation is coming out, but like everybody share, post about the show. Actually, at this point, it's becoming pretty necessary for you. You're doing civic engagement by listening to the show and supporting it. And then at this point, we're just gonna have a Patreon that's just like the support Matt tier. It gets you no additional benefits except my joyful presence on the internet, but it's just kind of sending me money. Anyway, I also had a real taste of my own medicine after the whole tirade I went on last week of not wanting to talk to people that I sort of vaguely know. You run into an acquaintance and it's like, oh, great, now I have to talk to this. I passed someone on the street and we made eye contact and I saw the moment that they were like, fuck, I'm going to have to stop and talk to him. It's so jarring to see it on someone else's face. It was he wasn't hiding it at all. It was very much like okay. And I was like, okay, great to see you too. Interaction lasted less than 45 seconds. Probably he hasn't thought about it, but definitely I was like, right, that's what that feels like. Doesn't feel great when someone is openly like, I don't want to talk to this person. And that's sort of the energy that I bring about to the world. So it made me reflect when you see yourself, when you see your bad habits exhibited by someone else. Ooh, I'm going to get real judgmental real fast. And yeah, it's going to reflect poorly on me at the end of the day. Like all things, like all things that I criticize in other people, it's mostly about me. Hate that. Whoever came up with that one, I don't know. It's because every time I try to think about like psychology and what they were talking about, I don't know. Freud, it's like Freud's whole thing was basically like, you want to fuck your mom and like all you're thinking about is dicks. Yeah. And that like you're mad at your mom for chopping off your dick or something like that. I never really like understood Freud. I have one of these books on these bookshelves behind you is like a full like Freud theory book. Cause one week I was like, let me get really into that. Started with Carl Jung. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. Some of that shadows and stuff. So I'm not interested in any of that. We tried it. But the thing that I don't like, whatever psychologist was like, actually every observation you make is really just about you. Whew, tough to hear. Anyway, what else is happening in my life? This mostly just been what's going on with me.
Mm-hmm. What? Talk about the email that your building sent. I thought you were going to talk about it, saying like.
Oh yeah, I forgot about. Oh my god, my building. The other thing that my building did recently is they sent out an email. Let me just pull up the email.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
They sent this email that was like, just FYI, don't break into anybody else's apartment. We're going to have to go ahead and ask that nobody breaks into other people's apartments. That's like dead ass what this email was saying. It was like, I mean, maybe a coincidence. This email did come shortly after I said on this podcast that I had gotten stoned and accidentally entered the wrong apartment. Clearly an accident, not something that I would have chooses. What wasn't I? That wasn't a sentence. Wait, where is it? Oh, yeah. As a reminder, residents and their guests should only access and visit the residence they are authorized to enter. Please do not knock on, enter, or attempt to access another resident's home unless you have been invited by that resident. What are you talking about? Why do you need a reminder email to be like, hey, don't go into an apartment that's not yours? I don't understand who this is for. Like, what person in their life is like, oh, I didn't know we were not supposed to do that. This whole time I've been just going into whoever's apartment I want, but now I'll stop. And it's like, they do say, like, we understand there may be situations where, like, your neighbors need assistance, but, like, be respectful. If you encounter an issue, let the staff know. I feel like the context that is missing here is that this was someone who like gave their neighbor permission to come in and like water plants or a cat sit or something. And then they like didn't get the hint that their services were no longer needed. And rather than dealing with just this interpersonal conflict, they decided to have the building kind of passive aggressively send an email to everybody in a very confusing way. Because there's no other good reason why you would have to send an email to residents saying, don't break and enter. I'm like baffled. I'm baffled by the intended audience of that email. It is so confusing. They have sent emails before that are like, hey, lock your doors. That's normal. That's like, oh, some people maybe were getting a little lax with whether they're leaving the door unlocked or not. Could not be me. My doors are locked. Everything is locked. All 5 bolts are going. The second I walk in the door, slam, slam, slam. But yeah, I'm not going to be the person who someone walks in on because I forgot to lock the door and I'm sitting with my meat out. All right, moving on. Let's get into what the heck is happening in the world this week. First, I guess everything is just getting recalled now. I guess every food alive is just going to give you explosive diarrhea. They're finding salmonella in stuff that has never been found salmonella in before. No, but they are, though. Yeah. Say that. They're finding salmonella in stuff that salmonella has never been in before. What do you mean salmonella is in granola for pregnant women? What are you talking about? No, that's not real. Did you hear about this?
No.
They had to recall this granola, but specifically it's called this like lactation granola. I have to look up this product. Well, first of all, I went because I know they're recalling everything. They're basically everything is infected with something. It's got glass in it. It's got nails in it. And so I went to the FDA website to look at what the active recalls are. It said showing entries 1 through 10 of 1,010. Oh my God. What is this database? And that includes everything that's currently in like an active recall, everything from like, pharmaceuticals to like whatever. But yeah, so the one that was kind of scaring me was the frozen blueberry recall. And because I eat like a bag of frozen blueberries a day, not exaggerating, it's kind of insane. I started, this is TMI, but I did poop out like a full blueberry. I did. I was like, what is that? Oh my God. That's a fully intact blueberry, like a piece of corn, but blueberry. That's how much blueberry I'm eating so many blueberries that my body is like, we have all we need. We're going to send the rest through.
Also because you don't chew.
Something about me that my friends have noted is that I eat like I was deprived as a child. And I wasn't in any way. In fact, I was given too much. And I eat like the food is going to be taken away from me. Where like I can fully finish an entire meal before some of my friends have taken like their second bite. And so yeah, maybe a part of it is that I'm not fully like chewing everything, and that is kind of sending just fully undigested blueberries through my system. But yeah, I was getting kind of scared because I have oatmeal every day, and I put like a full cup of blueberries in the oatmeal every morning. And then I have usually a yogurt for lunch, like with my lunch, or for a snack that I'm putting frozen blueberries in too. It makes it all icy and kind of like frozen treat. Great hack if you're not getting the salmonella blueberries. I looked it up. The frozen blueberries that were affected are from a specific, they're all of these are from like specific manufacturers and like specific regions. So it's not like all frozen blueberries will kill you for sure. But it's like, I think in certain states you should look it up. You're going to have to print out the scroll of items that got recalled before you head to the Kroger. Anyway, I was looking up the lactation granola. I'm just like, I guess like women need special stuff when they're pregnant, but like granola, you need special granola? With minerals for post-mortem health?
No, postpartum.
I'm actually going to start a line of post-mortem foods that everybody can eat. Yeah, a lot of people were ripping apart my disgusting lasagna that I posted a video of because, yeah, I mean, it did look fully like cat food. I said it myself.
Yeah. No, it absolutely did.
Oh.
No, sorry, did I say cat food? I meant cat vomit.
Cat vomit. Yeah.
It did look like cat vomit. It tasted fine, but it would like... a lot of people were like, where's the rest of it? Where there should be like several other ingredients. That's just not the recipe I made. That's the other thing pissed me off. People are like, why didn't you put this and this in? It wasn't in the fucking recipe. Okay, I will follow instructions even if it means I have to kill somebody when it comes to making food for at least for the first time. That's something I think that everybody needs to learn. And yes, this is a tangent and I don't know where I ended up here, but when you are making a recipe for the first time, you better follow that goddamn recipe, because I'm sick of seeing comments under recipes that are like, I changed all of these fucking things and it didn't turn out. Or why does it taste like this? Because you didn't follow the fucking recipe, dumbass. Pissing me off. I mean, this is like an entire genre of internet, like internet person is like the person who leaves these comments are a part of internet history, or people who are like, didn't follow the recipe, turned out like shit. And then they rate the recipe like 0 stars. And all of these recipe writers are like, hey, what the fuck is wrong with you? But then the other thing that is starting to piss me off is that I think there are a lot of food influencers these days who get a following and are posting recipes, but they don't have like recipe checkers and testers to see whether the recipe that they made in their weird influencer kitchen can be applied to everybody else. This is being a food creator. You have to do your fucking research. Don't just post a fucking recipe because it looks good on a video, and then I try to make it and it turns out like shit because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, actually. It's your fault. There's one girl in particular whose recipes I've made a couple of times, and I'm like, she does not know what she's talking about. I'll look at the ingredients and I'm like, this is just not right. This is a typo. And other people are going to try to make this recipe who are not as intelligent as I am. And they're going to fuck up and they won't know why. I know why because I'm a genius. But anyway, I don't really know what this lactation granola is, but it's gotten recalled. So don't eat it. Let's see what else. A lot of women on the internet are having their husband/boyfriends expose the fact that they're just fully illiterate. Have you seen this trend that's called like having my boyfriend pronounce all of these words that I don't think he can pronounce? And it's just like a list of, I mean, arguably a kind of difficult to pronounce words, but like I wouldn't post on the internet that my boyfriend does not know how to read, basically. They're being like, oh, isn't this so funny? No, you're married to a fucking idiot and you should be embarrassed too. Not only should he be embarrassed, but you should be embarrassed as well. It's these trends. Should I just pull one up?
Yeah.
Let's see. Boyfriend boyfriend words to pronounce.
Okay, I want you to do your best to pronounce these words.
Okay. Time.
Okay.
Epitome.
Potomac.
Holla.
Chalet.
Gnocchi.
Okay.
Gnocchi. Gnocchi.
Fuchsia.
Fuchsia.
It goes on like that for several more words. And he gets like not
a other languages.
Sure.
But for the most part, that is so sad.
Faux pas, hors d'oeuvres, kernel, sorbet, cue, connoisseur, opaque, niche, regime, pseudonym, hyperbole.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
And it's like, I don't know. People are posting this and are like, look at my funny boyfriend. He's so dumb. And it's like, girl, no, he has CTE, actually. I would love it if Taylor Swift did that with Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce, read that list. But yeah, no, it's a very weird thing that's happening. I'm watching all of them. I'm giving them views. Show me your dumbass boyfriend. Anyway, next, researchers at Binghamton University.
Oh, look at you not being able to pronounce the word.
Well, I don't know where the fuck Binghamton is.
Yeah, I think that's how you say it.
Is it in like Vermont? I feel like, or is that the UK?
Like the UK, but it also
I think it's in America.
What is this? Where Chandler went? What is this? What is
New York
this?
State.
Yeah.
Anyway, Binghamton University researchers found that taking screenshots of something to remember it actually makes you less likely to remember it than if you just stared at it and didn't screenshot it.
Oh.
Pretty devastating information for me personally, who has a photo album, like just my entire photo library on my phone is just stuff that I've screenshotted to remember for later. Never once looked at it again.
Nope.
And so they did this study, I guess, that was like, they showed a bunch of people like 3 art pieces And then they had one group screenshot them, and then the other group just look at them. And then they asked them, they gave them like multiple choice, like which one of these did you actually look at? It was like subtle differences in them. And they found that like the people who screenshotted it, like actually were way worse at remembering, even when they knew that the screenshot would be deleted. Like even when they knew they wouldn't be able to look back at it. And there's just like something in your brain that when you screenshot something to remember it, you're kind of just like offloading the burden of having to remember something. I don't know. I just thought that was pretty crazy stuff because I'm not remembering shit anymore. And I like all the time I think about how they were just memorizing poems and shit. I don't know, all of the Little Women, they were just kind of reciting poetry and like entire books of the Bible. I mean, granted, there were like 5 books back then. And like, that's all they had for entertainment. You know, I am one of those people who firmly believes that if I lived in like Shakespeare's time, I would be better than him. I'm just like,
Straight face. Yeah.
I just feel like it's like, obviously, I know there are people who are like, yeah, we're living in a time with just like constant distractions. And back then, what did they had nothing to distract them. All you could do was like work and do nothing but work. So yeah, it would be, if I was forced to be doing nothing but work all the time and I had no means of like entertainment or leisure, I'd be the next Shakespeare. William. But better than him, actually. Never written a poem in my life. I have recently. I've had ideas for like stories to write for a long time, and nothing has really stuck. In part because I get very excited by a creative idea and then I like binge on it for like a week and then I start getting the ick about my own idea. And I'm like, how do you prevent getting the ick from your own idea?
Right.
How do you maintain the excitement for it? You actually just have to write stuff.
Writing, yeah.
I don't know how Shakespeare did it. Probably because he didn't have pornography to watch. Listen, I got stuff in the queue that has to be dealt with. There are too many things. And I guess like, yeah, they had the plague and shit. They had all of the same stuff. Why did I start that? Oh yeah, too much distraction. This story, I don't want to talk about that story because it was gross. I don't know, there's this guy in the UK who went on vacation in Bali and then he started experiencing irritation in his eyeball and he went to a bunch of eyeball doctors and finally they were like, okay, we can reveal that it is in fact an eyeball eating parasite that you got because you went swimming, probably because you went swimming with contact lenses in a Balinese swimming pool. No disrespect to Bali. I feel like they're putting a bad name on Bali's name. This is on you, sir. No, he might lose his eye. I don't want to be mean. But the way that eyeball stuff immediately makes me want to die to death. I don't like thinking about eyeballs at all. Are you kidding me? I tried having contact lenses one time. One time in my like senior year of college, I went to Lens Crafters and I said, hook a bitch up. I'm ready for contact lenses. They got me the contact lenses. Then you have to do the thing. If you've never had contact lenses before, they make you put them in front of them to prove that you can and take them out like a couple times, which I did at the Lens Crafters. And then I got home, couldn't get them out. And it became a pretty tense environment in my household. Because I was getting very frustrated. My mom started like yelling at my dad about it and was like, help him. And I was like, what the fuck is he supposed to do if like the problem is that my eyeball is shutting every time I get near it. You think it's not going to do that when a stranger comes at it? Stranger, my dad. And it was the time that I got so frustrated. I was like, just shut up. And I told my mom to shut up. And that was the one and only time that that's happened because she won't stop talking about it. It's like that'll go on her gravestone one day. Is this the day that my son told me to shut up? And I was like, I'm the one who basically is going to lose my eyeball because I can't get the contact lens out. I just think contact lenses are like not. Just embrace your glasses. Just do it. Don't be Don't be such a snob about glasses. Oh, you think you're better than me because you walk around with naked eyeballs? You're not. Oh, you can get LASIK? I'm not gonna. But yeah, the second I hear about it, I just like can't go near my eyeball without having a mini panic attack. And so that contact lens experiment ended pretty quickly. And now I'm glad it did, because not that I'm going near any bodies of water that are even slightly questionable. I haven't been submerged in water in I don't know how long. But I am scared. I'm scared of eye stuff. Yeah. It grosses me out. Yeah. I don't like, even when they shine they shine the flashlight in your eye when you're at the eye doctor. Nope. Nope. The puff, I'm pretty good at the puff. I'm pretty good when they tell you to look at the little red barn and then they puff the eyeball. That image hasn't changed in like 50 years. You know the red barn.
Never seen a barn.
Oh, sometimes it's the hot air balloon. And then you have to like look at the thing. You put your head on the thing, the little chin rest, and then they puff at they puff a puff of air at you. But you have to look at the picture. And they say, "Don't look at the red barn. Don't look away." And then they puff, and I'm always keeping my eye open. But something about that is fine. But I think it's like maybe it's the like phallic kind of flashlight right in your eyeball that I'm afraid, because it's like the thing that you're putting your face in when they puff the air at you is sort of like a big machine. So I don't have to worry about anything entering my eye but air. Anyway, moving on. The last news item of the week is that we did, in fact, briefly lose Nicholas Hoult to the cursed production of that terrible Ladies Wizarding World television show. Mm-hmm. Nicholas Hoult was briefly hired as Gilderoy Lockhart in the HBO production of Harry Potter. And a lot of people were in mourning for that. A lot of people, myself included, were sort of devastated to lose him. But now, as of this week, definitely not because thousands of people on the internet were pretty pissed at him, but because of scheduling issues, he has announced that he will no longer be Gilderoy Lockhart. And they pretty quickly announced that he'd be replaced with Kit Harington. Yeah. May he rest in peace. And it's hard. It's one of those things where it's like there are only 10 British actors. So it is pretty tough because it's like they all were in Harry Potter already. Which is the other reason why this show is so stupid, is because they already did it. They already got the best version of all of these people. Now you bring this other fucking kid in here. I'll kick that kid in the fucking face. No, he's a real child. I don't really have anything against those children. They don't know any better. The adults do. I mean, there were whole rounds of discourse on the internet about, can you hold these actors accountable for this? Is it something that they should know, like, not to do? Does it reflect poorly on them? I don't know. I say it's not great. There was that comedian James Acaster. Did you see that clip?
No, but I love him.
He was talking about just like, I mean, now I'm just repeating his bit, but it's so funny that there are actors out there who know that they've been cast, but they haven't said anything yet. And they're just watching each cast announcement go out, and like everybody and just thinking like, maybe I'll be different. And like, no, uniformly every person who has been announced for this people have been so disappointed, because it's like, now you know that this lady is crazy. She tried to come out with some statement this week that was like, actually, I think trans people, like, I sympathize with them. She responded to some tweet. People are saying it's because of like, the show, and that they're like holding her at gunpoint in order to say this. But she just said like, I've always had empathy for people who like have gender dysphoria, and I want them to get the like medical resources that they need. And it's like, girl, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, none of your actions for the past 10 years have shown that. And I think it's because she is a very specific kind of like turf, which is like, she's not I don't know, but she has like denied the existence of trans people. It's more that she believes like trans women aren't actually women. and that they have like mental illness or something. And so it's kind of like she's being like, yeah, I believe that they have mental illness and they need help, and I feel sorry for them. It's just like, girl, shut the fuck up. There's no crawling out of it now. Unless you come out doing a full 180 and you retract and like donate a bunch of money to trans causes, you keep your fucking forked tongue in your mouth. Moving on to the What the Heck hotline, which is, of course, the number that any of you can call to leave your What the Heck of the Week. 407 WTH Matt. Let's hear this week's caller.
Hi, Matt. This is Heather from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Hi.
And I have a what the heck. I want to know why every fucking book that comes out is part of like a 17-book series. like Sarah J. Maas, I'm looking at you, number one, because all of your books have like 50 other books that you have to read to finish the series. I don't want to have to commit the next 5 years of my life to one book series. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, I read the first 2 ACOTAR books, and then I'm like, I can't sit through 3 more. Like, they're very good, but like, I don't want to have to sit through 3 more to see like what keeps happening. And now 2 more are coming out. Like, stop it. Keep them smaller. Keep them shorter. Like, I'm getting so annoyed with it. And also, after what the heck, quick one, Matt, this won't really relate to you probably, but
we have a 2-for-1.
Why are we not fucking sewing in those little pads that go in like swimming suit tops and like sports bras?
Yes.
Why do I have to get them out of the dryer after I do laundry and like put my like so I try to stick my fingers up in those little fucking holes to try to straighten out the pad because it gets all fucking twisted. Like, it is 2026. Why are we not sewing that shit in? That is so annoying. And don't come at me with do it on delicate and do a delicate load. I don't have enough freaking tops to wait till I have a full load to do it. So don't come at me with that. I'm not doing it. That's stupid. So what the heck? Why are we not doing that? That's stupid, and keep the books shorter. Thank you.
I like how you really just were like, I don't need to call back and leave a second one. I'll just do 2 completely unrelated what the hecks in one phone call. You really Trojan horsed a woman's complaint in there. Wait, okay, so let me understand. Sports bras or other sort of like swim tops have like cups basically that are like structurally part of the garment, but not like you can like remove them.
Yes. And they're like basically just a little thin thing of foam.
Right. Are you supposed to remove it to wash?
If you want, no, remove it to wash. No. But it soaks up the sweat. Who has the time?
Right.
No.
I'd rather just wash it inside of its thing.
Yeah.
Right. Or it's like make a garment that you don't have to do that in.
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess I'm a feminist now. No, that sounds bad. I'm sorry that's happening to you.
Thank you. It's the worst thing that women have to deal with.
Yeah.
All the things. Yeah, that's the number one. So
Right.
Number two, books that are too long. They're too many series. Right. Too many books in a series.
Yeah. My thing is like, because sometimes I enjoy a series. Usually I like when a series is done and then I can just kind of go and read them at my leisure. Because I do think part of my big beef with these long series of books that come out is that I don't remember shit when the next one comes out. And I feel like these authors, a couple of them in particular, a couple of the big ones, have done like not a very good job of reminding you what the fuck is going on. Yeah, no. It's like, unfortunately, I don't have another example except for, in terms of someone who did it well. I was thinking about this the other day because I'm like, unfortunately, like, I always remember reading those books and feeling like she was kind of giving you a little bit of a recap at the beginning of the book about who these people were. And like, if you introduce a character that you haven't really talked about in a while, like you're kind of giving some hint who that is. the Dragon Book lady, she was just dropping in some of the craziest names ever and expecting me to remember who the fuck this person was with just no lube. I'm just kind of reintroduced to these people as if a full fucking year and a half hasn't passed since the last one came out. And sure, it's like that is kind of a problem only if you are living at the time when those books are coming out. It's like for the rest of history, when people are reading these books, if they are, nobody will be reading in 5 years. But it's like, yeah, you can read them in a row and like, you don't have to worry about that. But it's like, I don't know. Because this is also related to like the Netflix people being like, you have to say what's going on every 5 minutes because everyone's fucking dumb now. And it's like, well, that's crazy. We don't have to be going that far. But also like, there's got to be a middle ground between treating the reader like a baby and like throw us a little bit of a bone. I'll take a little bone. So that's my big beef is like, if you're going to write a long series, make sure that I can like pick up the next book and not be so fucking confused about what the fuck is going on and not have to watch like a 20-minute YouTube video that a teenager made recapping the last story, which is usually what has to happen. That also reminded me of some. Oh yeah, because my mom texted me. My mom grooms our family dog Carly with a K and 2 E's because she was named for a stripper. Oh, I don't know why. This is just an AI photo of Carly on a beach somewhere. Why does it look like they're saying goodbye to her? But my mom gave Carly a hair. She cuts her hair. That dog. I wish I actually had a photo of what she looks like otherwise, because that is crazy. We need a before and after of what she did to that dog. Because Carly is not supposed to look like that. I'll tell you that much. She looks like a hairless little monster, but she is a Shih Tzu ultimately. I need to pull up that photo. I'll put it on the screen of my mom, the contraption that she puts Carly in to. Oh, this is sort of normal Carly.
Oh.
Compare that to the creature that you just saw. But my mom like hangs Carly in this kind of like sexual torture contraption and puts like an astronaut thing. But now she's gotten too bold and she stopped putting the astronaut helmet on Carly. And so Carly, even though she weighs like 3 pounds and her teeth are like microscopic, goes kind of feral. And I don't know. I would not on my life attempt to groom a Shih Tzu without protection. But she's going for it. Anyway, moving on to a few of my what the hecks for the week. The stuff that's making me say, what the heck? First, wild boars are so scary.
Whoa.
I was just getting I got a little stoned and I was watching these videos and I was like, oh my God, why are we allowing this? They said, hey, what if a pig was the devil? What if a pig was kind of the scariest creature you've ever seen and capable of doing kind of immeasurable damage? I don't think people are understanding how scary wild boars are.
No, it's so scary.
They're so scary. But, you know, Lion King did a lot for the pro wild boar lobby. Pumbaa's fucking ass. They were singing jolly tunes with one another. First of all, Pumbaa would have absolutely wrecked that little meerkat's shit.
Yeah.
What's his name? Timon? Yep. Timon would have been fucking kebabbed if Pumbaa had his way. But wild boars, I saw this video. Let me pull up this video of this person doing, getting like attacked by a wild boar. It was so scary. I was like, oh my God, he was just drinking water. Un jabali embiste a un hombre? Oh my God. Wait, watch. It like wrecks his shit. It comes out of nowhere. That fucker came out of nowhere.
Also, not to defend Pumbaa, but he's a warthog, and warthogs are related to, but different than boars. Warthogs are a little smaller.
Cuter, nicer.
I'm glad we're getting out ahead of this. I'd like to issue my formal apology to the warthog community, of which Pumbaa is in fact a member and not a wild boar, or is it like rectangle square kind of thing?
No, they're different animals.
Just
They're
entirely
of the
different
pig family, but
Right.
they are different. And
Our
he was
war-
kind of like pretty famously saying, "When I was a young warthog."
No, I fully know he's a warthog now that you've said it. I kind of completely forgot that was the species.
They look very similar. Warthogs have more prominent tusks, but they are actually smaller. Wild boars are fucking scary.
Are they as dangerous as a wild?
No.
Okay. So I'll put some respect on Pumbaa's name. I still think he would have skewered Timon
Absolutely.
if they weren't sexual partners. But wild boars are still so scary. There was that famous meme from a long time ago where this guy, javelinas, is that just kind of a Spanish name for, they're also a different creature?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm kind of learning a lot of information about wild pigs. They're all from the pig family. I just I don't know, you hear about a pig and you're like, oh, it's a pig. It's a pig that Charlotte's Web. They're friends with spiders and stuff. And then you see a wild boar and it's kind of like, okay, so you're a murderer. Oh, so you're kind of going to kill everybody. It's so scary. And there was that guy a long time ago. I don't remember if it was a debate. It was something on Twitter about guns, having like a shotgun, and this guy was like, what am I supposed to do if I have 100 wild boars running through my backyard? And people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? How often are you experiencing a stampede of wild boars in your backyard? And now unfortunately I do think that man, history has proven him correct. Let me find that tweet. Wild boar tweet. Legit question for rural Americans. How do I kill the 30 to 50 feral hogs that run into my yard within 3 to 5 minutes while my small kids play? And people are like, hey, what the hell? What the hell is this nightmare scenario that you've cooked up for yourself? Like, where did this come from? But yeah, stampede of 30 to feral. I don't know what the context of this was. I'm going to have to look it up at some point. I don't have to delve into it right now. But also it's like, oh, what are you going to shotgun 30 to 50 feral hogs? Yes. Like, if they're coming for your kid, say goodbye to your little kid. Like, you're not going to, were you going to AK-47 a bunch of feral hogs? You're just going to kind of open fire at, the crowd that includes your children? I don't know. I don't know what was happening during this debate, but it is so scary. Feral hogs and wild boars and all of their ilk, including warthogs, I'll say. I kind of am retracting. I don't think that we should be letting them get away with all of that. And it's always shocking when it happens, like, yeah, when it's like, oh, this is in Arizona? You're getting wild hogged? Next! They need to be playing Macarena at the club. They need to be playing the Macarena at the club. The Macarena is one of the most underrated songs of all time. And was I kind of scrolling and I saw a remix of the Macarena playing at like some thing in Ibiza. And I was like, wait a second. Is the Macarena kind of the greatest song of all time? And yeah, I think maybe it just itches a very particular nostalgic part of my brain, but that beat kind of, you're hearing it in your head without me even saying it or singing it. The words couldn't tell you a single word of the Macarena except, hey, Macarena. But it's so good. Did you have to learn the Macarena in like gym class? Yeah, we had an entire unit of gym class when I was in grade school where you just learned various line dances, fully in school in the North too. This is not like, I assume line dancing is part of the Texas curriculum, of course, but like in Illinois, we were doing, the Macarena and what's the electric slide?
Yeah.
Cotton Eye Joe we were doing.
Cotton Eye Joe.
The electric slide we were doing.
The Hustler.
What's the one that's like spin your partner around it? That's just kind of standard issue line dance song. Yeah. I don't know. Remember, I think we're past that phase, but remember when there was like a moment there where it was like Gen Z is bringing back line dancing. Thank God that's over. That lasted like a couple months and I think we killed it. We're not doing
It's
that.
still happening in Bushwick.
Oh my God. You know what else is happening that I'm not kind of a fan of? And it's almost related is people wearing like increasingly giant performative crosses on their necks.
Yeah.
Like the increasingly huge performative cross necklace is so jarring. I don't know. Maybe it's just someone with like Catholic, Reformed Catholic guilt, but like seeing people flapping around, there's those chains are flapping around. Probably fucking what's his face's fault. Did they have a cross on in that show? Normal People? Mm-hmm. Paul Mescal? Was that, or was it just a gold chain? I don't remember a cross, but I'm like, I feel like that people. Paul Mescal and Normal People, the gold chain was sort of like a huge moment. A lot of people started adopting the gold chain. Unrelated to my gold chain, of course, that I usually keep under the shirt. Because I'm like, why are you showing that? When I was in middle school, like CCD, which was like Catholic after school class, don't know what it stands for to this day. Don't know what it stands for, and I'm not gonna learn. Catechism something. But as part of, there was like an assignment one year where it was like you could choose for Lent maybe or something, that you had to choose between one of like a few different ways of showing your faith. And they were like, you could say, but it had to be like a public thing. And one of the options was to wear like a cross necklace. And that felt like the easiest one, the most low lift one for me. I was like, I'll wear the cross. I don't give a shit, I guess. But my mom, I had never worn any type of, I was like 12. I was not walking around with jewelry. And so when I asked my mom for like a necklace, she didn't want to give me any like real jewelry. So she was like, you can wear this one. And it was the most gaudy, like... Southern aunt goes to church, like huge, very feminine cross that I had to wear outside of my shirt to middle school.
Did it have him on it?
I don't think it was a crucifix.
Okay.
It was just a cross. Got it. But I remember the first day of class when it was like my 8th grade English teacher, I could see her eyes go down to it and just the confusion and judgment in her face. I was like, girl, I don't know either. And then there's definitely a home video of me somewhere choreographing a dance with my cousins during that time. And that chain just whacking around. That thing was causing some pretty severe damage to my neck. But I just can't help but think of that time in my life whenever I see these Gen Z people walking around with like giant ass crosses around their necks in Brooklyn and stuff. It's like, where do you think you are? I am. And the last thing is just, they released Dune tickets for December, by the way. And people in New York City were lining up outside of the one giant IMAX screen to get their tickets to a movie that doesn't come out for several calendar months. Okay, it's a full quarter away and you're lining up outside the theater, and it's because the AMC fucking website doesn't fucking work and they haven't fixed it. That's why they're closing down the Kips Bay one, is because they need to fund a coder who can make their website work. I was trying to buy tickets to the IMAX screen and tell me why it made me join a fucking queue. Why am I waiting in a ticket line to get tickets to a movie theater to see a movie? I don't like this. I don't like what it's doing to me. I don't like the person it's making me become, that I have to go in. They said, your best chance at getting tickets to this nice screen is to show up in person and to buy it from the kiosk. And people were doing that. They had to go. And then there were scalpers standing there buying 60 tickets at a time. AMC, I need Mr. AMC, whoever, or Miss, or them. I don't know what AMC stands for. Get Nicole Kidman on it. Get Nicole Kidman's ass out here and tell me why people are allowed to scalp tickets. We come to this place for magic. Nicole Kidman, you better get your sparkly jumpsuit out and get into this ticket line and tell me why I can't buy tickets or why you're making me do fucking 4 months in advance to get a Dune 3 to just so I can see Timothée Chalamet do some stuff with sand. And I don't even care about Dune that much. I know Barry's a big Dune fan, but like, I don't even really, I'm like, I like it. It's just like, this is crazy behavior from a movie theater.
No, I wasn't gonna do it.
And we briefly considered going to the Upper West Side to get in tickets from the kiosk so we wouldn't have to deal with like the online queue. And then it turns out there was like several block line.
Insane. What?
Like
Yeah,
several block long line
Yeah.
to buy tickets for Dune because it's, you know, IMAX 70 millimeter. And this one isn't even fully in, like it wasn't fully shot in IMAX, just certain sequences or something. I don't even care.
Wow.
It's a movie. It's a movie. It's just like a movie. My favorite Harry Styles quote. Oh, it's a Harry Styles season in New York. His first show is this week. TBD on whether I'm going. Anyway, moving on to my what the hey for the week, or possibly my heck yeah brother, deciding on kind of where I land, still up in the air. This week, it is another book. I'm sorry to the illiterate listeners, the illiterate hecklers who are giving me recommending books, but I finished another book this week. I was like, oh, it's a video podcast. I can show the actual book. This, every gay guy is reading this right now. Fruit Fly by Josh Silver. Read it very quickly. I got the UK because it was initially published in the UK and I wanted to read it so bad because I saw UK people talking about it. And so I ordered it from a UK bookstore. And then I didn't read it until it ended up coming out in the US and could have just bought it here. But I'm supporting their economy. But it is about this woman who wrote a bestseller at some point, has kind of fallen into a slump. And so she Googles how to write a bestseller and it says, go gay, go sad, go dark. And so she downloads Grindr and poses as a gay guy and then kind of starts stalking this gay drug addict and their lives become intertwined and she gets in too deep and like, so it's a thriller, but it's also about, you know, who has the right to tell whose stories and sort of the way that writers can kind of prey upon people that they write about. I spilt some coffee on it. I mean, the couch in my living room is pretty much a mosaic of every liquid that's entered my apartment has ended up on that couch at some point, but I spilt a pretty aggressive amount of coffee this week and did get on the book in part. But yeah, so Fruit Fly by Josh Silver. It's definitely one of the big books of the moment and I endorse it. This is a What the Heck book club endorsement. And that's it for this week's What the Heck. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow, leave us a review, leave us a comment. Only if it's nice. I don't want to hear your shit. If you got shit to say, make sure it's about something else and call it in to the What the Heck hotline. And that's it. See you next week. Bye. This has been an episode of What the Heck with Matt Bellassai. You can call and leave us a voicemail about what's making you say what the heck this week, and you might be featured on a future episode. Call us at 407-984-6288. That's 407-WTH-MATT. What the Heck with Matt Bellassai is produced by Same Boat Studios and Bellassai Productions. It's hosted by me, Matt Bellassai. Our executive producers are Gabrielle Lewis, Barry Finkel, and me, Matt Bellassai. Erica Glass is our senior producer. Our video editors are Matt Bellassai and Erica Glass. Production designed by Erica Glass, Matt Bellassai, and Barry Finkel. Our theme music is courtesy of EpidemicSound.com. Special thanks to Truffles Bellassai.